We have our robbery homicide division handling the investigation. They worked throughout the night on this case and were able to take into custody Nick Reiner, a suspect in this case. He was subsequently booked for murder and is being held on $4 million bail.
Police in Los Angeles with that update moments ago, confirming Rob Reiner's 32-year-old son, Nick, is now in police custody after the legendary director and his wife were found dead yesterday in their Los Angeles home. Police say Nick Reiner has been booked on murder charges and is being held on a $4 million bail. Tommy, I come to you first. A lot of tragedy emanating around the world right now, and this in particular hits home for a lot of people that were big fans of Rob Reiner's movies that were so warm and heart-forward and were all about the connection between people, and now this horrific ending to his amazing life.
Horrific. It doesn't matter what the person believes politically or any of that. You know, you feel for this entire family here, and what a horrible, tragic situation. The son allegedly being involved this close to the holidays. But we're talking about, you know, mental health, and we're hearing a little bit more about what maybe the son struggled with, if indeed he's the one that perpetrated this. You know, he's in custody, but it's allegedly at this point. We were talking this weekend about, you know, a homeless person who possibly had a psychotic break stabbing a mother as she was changing her baby at Macy's. You just don't know where it's going to be. And the holidays, it seems like this happens more. People have mental breakdowns, people are on edge, and it's just a time to check on your friends and neighbors and how they're doing mentally, because this is a tough time of year for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's such a great point. And Joey, as Tommy mentioned Nick's background, and People magazine reporting years ago that Nick himself said, you know, I've been homeless, I lived on the streets and all around the country, and he was a drug addict, that he said, and things like that. So it sounds like this is a troubled individual, but he was also a screenwriter. So clearly the goodwill of his father's name, and clearly that family at least opened some doors in Hollywood, because he was enjoying, frankly, a dream come true for many individuals who would aspire to have that role.
Yeah, you know, reflecting on all the stories, especially this one, because the gruesome nature of it, you know, you don't walk in on a stabbing murder scene and it not be messy. But, you know, it's a hell of a weekend to be defund the police or anti-police in any way, because look at the work they're doing right now all over the country, all over the world. You know, we have this press conference where we've thwarted a potential terrorist attack, and then in Australia you see where one's just happened. It's like that's what could happen if we didn't have the police and the federal agents we have working as hard as they are. And then you bring it down to the local level and you think about all these terrible scenes, what happened at Brown University, what's happened in the Reiner home. Somebody's got to go in and investigate that and clean it up. Somebody's got to be the first one to step foot in there and see it and then go home to their family for the holidays. And so from all of this, because I can't provide any insight on how to solve some of these that we're looking for right now, what I can say is everyone at home, you know, it is the holiday season, and just be thankful that that's not your job and somebody out there that is their job, and they're doing it well.
And Harris, as Tommy said, checking on family. I mean, their bodies horrifically were discovered by their daughter, Romy, who found her parents in that situation. And if indeed her brother's responsible, then she's lost her brother too. There is no end to this tragedy.
Being Charlie is a film that everybody should watch, and not just because it's about Nick's life, and Nick and his father worked on that. It is a masterpiece. I could see what even his skills were reflected from growing up in a household with Rob Reiner and Michelle. The reason you want to see it, though, is because you'll understand exactly how that sister might have felt. They were fighting this their whole lives. He had been someone who was addicted in and out of help centers, in and out of rehab, everything they tried and tried and tried and tried. At one point, he was homeless. I mean, this was a broken man, and had been a broken young man, and had been a broken younger man. I mean, this had gone on and on and on, and he was only 32, or is only 32 when this happened. So just knowing what this family had been through, I find it hard to wrap around my mind looking up and seeing your child killing you, if that's what happened here. Like it's a cruel ending, potentially. And again, he's a suspect in this. They aren't looking for anybody else at this point. And they know they have a long history because there's a film about it. It's a horrible, heartbreaking story of addiction and likely other types of illness pressures, perhaps, you know, depression. I'm not his doctor, obviously, but there's a lot to look at. And you look at that beautiful couple and the impact. I mean, he was an actor's director. He saw, and he was an actor, but he saw the potential in every individual in Hollywood. He had such an incredible reputation in that town. I just blessings to their family. And that sister, that daughter, God help her.
I venture to say everyone watching has at least one of their favorite movies is one that Rob Reiner directed, from Princess Bride to When Harry Met Sally, especially here in this town, and so much more.
Yeah, actor Rob Schneider, I thought he said it very well. He said, every life is sacred and given by God, our creator. One of the most accomplished American directors who ever lived. His movies have been adored by generations, has left us. And that is absolutely the case. I remember it was actually, this is very apropos, I believe it was Thanksgiving Day. I was trying to pull my daughter away from the TV to go for a walk. I'm like, come on, this is fun. You always love going outside. She was hooked on The Princess Bride. And I thought to myself, because kids, they want animation. And this is a film that was created in 1987, before I was even born. And here is my 6-year-old daughter glued to the screen, of course, Rob Reiner's film. So his films have impacted generations and will continue to. And, I would just say this about his son, Nick, if indeed he did this, it's alleged, of course, at this point, this was a very close-up crime. A stabbing is a very brutal, personal type of thing. And I saw some footage from about 10 years ago of Rob Reiner and his son. And Rob looked at him with so much kindness and empathy, and it was a very warm relationship. So I really struggled to understand this. Prayers for this family. This is a very hard thing to happen. Right before Hanukkah, he, of course, was Jewish.
Yeah, father's love, it's just infinite.
Yep.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.